rich history and legacy of CS itself beyond just this iteration of the game.
One more kill, looking for it. He's got him hunted down. Time is up. Oh my God! GeT, you're gonna be kidding me! He gets the last kill in 1 second left.
GeT may be the greatest Counter-Strike player in history. His game sense.
Position, tapping the bomb there. Able to catch Dupree, but still the Vice. GeT having an amazing read of the situation. Fantastic game sense.
And skill across multiple incarnations of the game are unmatched.
If they get into the bomb site, and they are walking in right now, he's looking for the shot here. You can see a couple of faces. Well, there's the one kill. That's a good start here, but they're challenging him. They're fighting him. They're not scared. GeT. Oh, he gets all 3 kills. Looking for one to go. SCH, GeT shutting it down.
But despite his incredible ability,
it's just going to be a modown from GeT. He gets all 4.
Despite his unbelievable success, GeT is also a player that has experienced more losses and more upsets than almost any other pro. He's seen it all, from roster disputes to poor placements to personal illness, and through that adversity, he's still remained dedicated to Counter-Strike. He still loves the game that gave him everything more than anyone else. This is his story.
But GeT certainly steps up! GeT steps up! Oh God, GeT, get all 4!
Christopher GeT Allison was born on May 29th, 1990 in Sweden. His brother Robin first showed him Counter-Strike when he was just 9 years old, and he was instantly hooked. It wasn't long before GeT began to attend LAN parties and learning about the competitive scene as he went. But you can't talk about GeT without talking about his biggest inspiration, Heaton, the captain of SK Gaming. Heaton was a legend in Swedish CS. He wasn't just the best player from the country, he was one of the best in the world, having won 11 major tournaments between 2001 and 2003. Inspired by his hero's success, GeT entered the competitive scene, and by 2007, he was playing in tournaments regularly. And when his team, Game Passion, won Rendezvous 24, he was quickly recruited by GeT Gaming. Once there, he started making waves with his solid play and great game sense, which helped take the team through the ESWC 2007 qualifier. It was at that qualifier where GeT would get to face off against his idol. Ninjas in Pajamas were a little past their prime, and Heaton was closing in on retirement, but none of it mattered. GeT defeated Heaton to qualify for ESWC, and he was ecstatic.
It was like just a good feeling to win the game, and especially over someone that you've been looking up to.
While BGRIP didn't leave much of a mark at the event, GeT's performance signaled his potential. GeT moved on to SK Gaming, then Meet Your Makers, then back to SK Gaming again. While with SK, GeT didn't get much playtime due to a lack of team chemistry. He was good, and he knew it. But it was hard to fit in with the roster's older players. After a brief stint with a number of smaller teams, GeT was approached by Fnatic. The team needed a shakeup and saw the young Wunderkind as the guy they needed to put their team back on the map. And at the IEM Season 3 World Championship, GeT helped Fnatic go undefeated in the group stage and brush aside SK en route to the Grand Finals. And in the Grand Finals, GeT showed up.
Lord knows, very, very soon, Fnatic are coming, and GeT opens up the frag. In the end, Lord would have had 4 players to deal with. Fnatic still using that Rembrandt as a holding base, finding the frag onto Kuban. Now Taz and Luke, the last 2 alive. It's all on Taz again, and he must be wondering, what does he have to do to get this team to win a round?
Fnatic would bring down Meet Your Makers 16-13 to take home the $50,000 grand prize.
Fnatic are homing in on victory as Luke is in the thick of things there. Khan on the outside watching with bated breath as the action unfolds on the inside. Forrest gets himself one more. It's Kuban that goes down. Taz now will come back in. He's the last man standing for Meet Your Makers, and the last line of hope for the Poles to take this one back. Fnatic are going to win the Intel Extreme Masters.
The global finals, they got off and running, and you saw what was going to be the blueprint for dominance that year. The supportive element was Khan and DSN, and then Forrest was revitalized early in the year, and then GeT and Gux were incredibly powerful, and if they're your second and third best players, that trio is going to fucking wreak havoc, and they destroyed teams.
Let's see, there's lots of smoke down here behind the hut. GeT will take out Crystal. There are 3 remaining. Very good, strong grenade coming in there. Wally and Khan will exchange 2. Now Forest will pick up the hat-trick to put Fnatic into the grand final here in Dubai. They beat SK 16-1 and 16-5.
It was a very impressive year for GeT individually. He really started to show mad firepower in terms of just kills, not like insane aim or anything. He had like good aim, and its spray was very, very good. In 1.6, he could spray a lot more. And particularly towards the latter half of the year, he emerged as like a potential star player.
GeT would spend 2 extremely successful years with Fnatic, winning 8 premier tournaments. And while he was only a rookie when he won his first tournament with them, he was something of a veteran by the time he left. But with that departure came controversy. In late 2010, reports surfaced that GeT, Forest, and Gux wanted to bring SK Gaming's Roban and Allen over to Fnatic, which would have shoved Karn and DSN off of Fnatic's roster.
When Fnatic had this meeting where the 2 sides made their demands, the guys from Forest, GeT, and even said, you know what, if Karn's on DSN's side, which he was, then fuck it, kick Karn as well. Just get in 2 other players and we'll be the core. And Fnatic decided, Fnatic's owner was very good friends with Karn, to go with Karn and say Karn can rebuild the team. And he let these star players, some of the best players in the world, leave the team. And so what happened was Forest and GeT went and joined SK, the rivals of Fnatic, at the very end of the year.
GeT didn't miss a beat on SK, winning 3 premier events with them in 2011. And as 1.6 grew older, GeT's playstyle became more refined. He started developing a unique lurking style, moving around the map silently and catching his opponents off guard. Combined with his incredible spray control, GeT was an absolute terror to play against. But as 2012 rolled around, 1.6 was fading away, and GeT saw that a new game was going to be the scene's future. CSGO launched in August 2012, but GeT was playing it in tournaments while it was in beta. And as he kept playing CSGO, he was approached by Heaton with an incredible offer. Heaton, the man who GeT looked up to and defeated all those years ago, wanted to bring back NIP, with GeT taking on a starring role on the new roster. GeT brought Forest with him to play alongside Exist, Freiburg, and Pflaren. They won their first tournament, Steel Series Go, and then they won again. And again. And again. The new Ninjas in Pajamas were unstoppable, winning tournament after tournament. From their first event in August of 2012 all the way to their 11th LAN in April 2013, NIP didn't drop a single map. They had an 87-0 LAN map streak.
It was just very cool and surprising to see that you actually can be so dominant in a game, and also that you were one of the best players at the same time.
They were imperious, they were unbeatable. And this is justifiably so. At the time, it was the craziest streak in history. It probably still is in many ways the best streak, the sickest streak you will ever see in the history of online competition.
NIP were all but untouchable in the early days of CSGO, and that was partially thanks to GeT's unbelievable understanding of the game.
Hopefully GeT will do something here with the back 7. 1, 2, 3 frags for GeT. Maybe even a 4th here with the back 7. I don't believe my own eyes. Will we have another shotgun ace here at North Dawn? Very low in HP, but it's just in GeT remaining. Will GeT get this? Oh, he gets the ace!
Even more incredible is the fact that GeT was performing at the highest level, all while suffering an ear infection that required surgery, followed not long after by his diagnosis with Crohn's disease, a life-changing illness.
It's basically like a sickness that affects me every day, every time that I wake up. It's actually a very different day. One day can be good, like I have no pain, I'm happy, my medicine is starting well. The second day can be like a living hell.
While NIP's star player had been facing struggles outside of the game, the team began to suffer their own struggles within it. At Star Ladder Star Series 5, NIP's incredible LAN streak would come to a shocking end at the hands of Virtus Pro.
Here we go.
Flaren flashing over, and the smokes are so good right now. If they can get in there and put the bomb down, it's all on Flaren. He's got it, and he's just going to be waiting to see if anyone is there, and if he decides no one is, so now the bomb is going to go down. Oh, but Adrian coming in from behind, GeT with a kill. Adrian with another one, it's a double kill for him. Great turn of events. Adrian with a triple kill, it's all an assist. As he loses this one round, and that's going to be